Hey everyone, welcome back to more Let's Play Pikmin 2! In the last episode, we finished off the submerged castle, and boy, am I so glad to be done with that dungeon. You guys have no idea. And with that, we completed the perplexing pool, and in between that episode and this episode, I went underground, did some grinding for purple Pikmin. And so now we have 100. We don't quite have 100 white Pikmin, but for this particular playthrough, I'm not going to worry about it. You know, because again, it's not necessary to have 100 whites. It's good, you know, especially for post-game stuff when you're just collecting, you know, just what should I say? Just grinding Pikmin like reds, yellows, and blues. You know, when you want to carry enemy corpses to ships faster. It's up to you, but I'm not going to worry about this playthrough, because today, well, actually, that kind of has nothing to do with today, but anyways, today, we're moving on to the final region of the game, the Wistful Wild. The Wistful Wild contains 3 dungeons and 5 above-ground treasures. So it's a lot like the Valley of Repose, sort of, except a little less above-ground treasures. But anyways, let's take a look. Now, I'm probably not going to talk about today, or at least not in this episode, I should say, but there is something about the Wistful Wild that will remind you of the first Pikmin game. But we're not going to worry about that right now. For now, here it is. Our landing site, interestingly enough, is on top of a yield sign that's somewhat buried, sort of. And around us, we have some of these rocks up here where we can get nectar, so that's really cool. But anyways, let's not dawdle anymore. We need to get our 100 purples out very first things first. Oh wait, actually I have 105, but oh well. In fact, I think actually it's the very first time I've ever had more than 100 purples, to be honest, in any file, but whatever. What bad could 5 extra purples possibly do? So yeah, look at this. We are now completely unstoppable with our 96 purples. Okay, not 100 purples, that is. Oh crap. Okay, so I didn't want to have to talk about this early, but there is, in the Wistful Wild, a Gatling Groink that patrols the entire region. Yeah. That should give you a hint alone as to the severity of caution when you are, when you are exploring this region, because given that it is the final region of the game, they're not going to hold back at all as far as dangers go, and this guy is headed right for us. Holy crap. He normally does not go after your base this early on, but you know what? I'm actually kind of glad at the same time, because this will give us a chance to get rid of him, early on. He will come back on a future day, but he doesn't come back that fast. He takes like a few days at least, so as long as you salvage him right away, bring him back to base. And thankfully, he actually came right to us, so this means I'll be able to get him over there really quickly before he regenerates. So, yeah, he's back in base, and we don't have to worry about him at all for the rest of the day, which is really good, because I frankly don't like having to worry about this guy when I'm exploring this region, because it's already dangerous enough as it is, exploring this area. But what's even more dangerous, the above ground area, it's not that bad. It's more so the dungeons that are the problem. And those are where most of the treasures are. So, as far as this region goes, the real emphasis I should put on is the dungeons themselves, because those are the real challenge of this area, not necessarily the above ground area itself. Don't get me wrong, we got some pretty dangerous enemies up here that, I rest my case as far as that goes with the Gatling Groink, but other than that, there's really not that much to worry about here. We do have to get rid of this decorated cannonball here, because this guy's gonna be a problem, that's for sure. But yeah, it is, I have actually gone through this entire region in one day and just gone through and destroyed all the enemies. But that is after, having the whole area explored and opened up, so. But yeah, hopefully my goal for today at the very least is to maybe not necessarily go, well, we might go to one of the dungeons, but as far as the in-game day, goes, we're going to focus more on just exploring the above ground region itself. And I will show you guys the dungeons at the very least. I don't know if I'm going to show all of them, but I'd like to at least show you guys where they are. But first of all, in fact, actually, the very first dungeon's right here, right behind base. So that didn't take too long. Wait, from all appearances, this is a particularly frightening crevice. The data is horrifying. Courage is one thing, but recklessness is something else. Perhaps we should turn back? Nah, ship, sorry, we can't. We're going for 100% here, so I can't hold back here. Well, if you still wish to enter, keep your daring in check, and just focus on surviving. Well, that's been the focus the entire LP, so we're not going to change that. But this, my friends, is the first dungeon of the Wistful Wild. It is called the Cavern of Chaos. Not surprisingly, all 4 hazards are present. It has 17 treasures, 10 sublevels, and 100 Pikmin. Yes, you heard me right, 10 sublevels. But that's not all. Wait till you see the last 2 dungeons. The first one here, Cavern of Chaos, is not that bad. It's, I'd say it's just slightly... It's actually not as bad as Submerged Castle. I take this dungeon over Submerged Castle, but don't get me wrong, it does have its fair share of stuff to throw at you, but that will be the first dungeon we'll be going to, so we're not gonna... Well, we are going to once we get to it, but for now, this is our main focus right here. This treasure right behind base. This is the reason why you want to have 100 purple Pikmin by the end of the game, is because of this treasure. Look at this. It takes the strength of 1,000 Pikmin to carry. And since you cannot carry more than 100 Pikmin out of base, the only possible way to get this treasure is with 100 purples. So yeah, look at this. This will probably be the only time in the entire game where you see 100 Pikmin carry a treasure at once. So, and it's pretty small, so as you can imagine, it's got some pretty blurry faces there. But not only that, but also they take forever to carry this treasure back to base. Be thankful that it's this close to base, because God, I can only imagine how annoying it would be to get this thing across. Like, it would probably take an entire day to get this thing across if it was, say, on the other side of the map. That would suck a lot. So, in the meantime, since that takes up all of our 100 Pikmin, we're gonna have to, I guess, just wait around here, I suppose. I might just actually cut. In fact, actually, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna cut to them getting back to base, or getting this back to ship, because you can see how long it's taking, just from waiting right here. So let's do that, shall we? Well, that took 2 minutes. Not as long as I thought it would, but still. Here it is, and it's worth 3,000 Pokos. So if you were to get this treasure, during the, before we complete the depth, that would have been 30% of it right there. And so, this valuable treasure is the Doomsday Apparatus. So yeah, 30% of the depth right there, if we were still repaying it, but now it doesn't matter anymore. But still, that would have been pretty cool if you could actually come to this region before. Well, you probably could if you use like action replay cheats and whatnot, but still. We're not gonna, this is not a playthrough for that. We're going to move on here. Unfortunately, we can't really move on any further without blues, so we're gonna have to put our purples back now. Unfortunately. I think this is the only time in this LP we're ever gonna be this powered up, but you know what, 20 purples is still enough whenever we go to base and whatnot, so. So yeah, let's put our purples away and get our blues out and start exploring this region further, shall we? Hopefully being able to see the second dungeon, I hope. That's what I'm hoping for, at the very least. But, I don't know about getting 100 out. I think we'll get 50 blues out. 50 should be enough, because we're taking down a wall. I think the next thing we'll need after that is the yellow, so we'll get the 50 yellows out, too. I guess. I could get some reds out, but I don't think we're going to be running into any fire hazards. There will be fiery blowhogs, but those you can easily deal with just 100 of any other Pikmin, pretty much. Yeah, we've already got only 4 minutes left here, so it's not looking like we'll get to, Yeah, definitely not gonna look at all 3 dungeons. In fact, actually, we probably won't even get to that part of the region that has a 3rd dungeon. But we could at the very least, take a look at where the 2nd dungeon is. I hope. First of all, we need to get our blues to take this wall down, though, and then we're gonna have an electric fence behind that, so it's gonna take even longer. Oh shoot! Okay. Alright, so while they're taking that down, I guess we could have the yellows just salvage everything else, I suppose. Salvage the stuff that's already taken care of. And why did they go into the water? What the heck? Why did they go in the water? Oh, wait. Oh, I just realized that. It's, yeah, they can't make it pass through here because it's too skinny. I always forget that. I don't know why I do. For some reason, I do. Okay. So, anyways, it has been weeks since I last uploaded episodes, and this is probably the 2nd video you guys saw today. Because if I'm doing this right, my new Let's Play should be starting today, and you guys know what it is by now, obviously, if you're watching this. But I'm not gonna say what it is just in case this goes up beforehand. But yeah, I'm probably just gonna be uploading 2 videos a day for now. I know this isn't my first episode of first Let's Play episode I've done this year, but I did mention on my Facebook page, and I know that most people don't follow it anyway, so, but my main goal for this year, as far as my channel goes, is to actually finish off all my main Let's Plays that are unfinished by the end of the year. And obviously you can tell I'm already starting that by, finishing up Pikmin 2. I mean, we still got quite a ways to go. We got this whole region here, but still, I'm 100% sure we should be done with Pikmin 2 by, I don't know, probably March at the very latest. I'd be upset if we actually did take that long to finish it, but yeah, at the very latest we should be done with this LP by then. But that's part of the goal. And also, yeah, I also need to go back and do Mario Galaxy and finish that game too. There's on top of that, there's also the finale of Conker's Bad Fur Day. I also need to finish that up. And then, I think other than that, all I have left is just the... Okay, that's not fair. You can't just go up there. That is so not fair. That is cheap. I mean, like, I know I'm very cheap too, as far as, using purples to kill enemies like that, but still, that's just cheap, dude. You can't be cheap like that. No one's allowed to be as cheap as I am in this game using purples, but whatever. Okay. So while the elves are taking that electric fence down, we're going to take these things down. I don't know if I explained this, but these guys basically they cover up those spider wars, which are those plants that produce those berries that you use for your potions. So that's what you're going to see under here. But also, not only that, but taking these things down will also uncover something that should ring a bell for those who played the first Pikmin game and saw the final region. Still not gonna... Okay, fine, I'll just say right now. This, the Whistle Wild literally is, geographically, a combination of 2 regions from the first Pikmin game. And one of those regions is the final trial. And the final trial literally is, geographically, the area that we've been in all day. The other side of the Whistle Wild is the other region that, that the Whistle Wild basically is from the first Pikmin game. So, we're not quite gonna see it in this episode, especially since it's almost sundown now. So, yeah, unfortunately we didn't get quite that much accomplished today like I hoped. We did get the Doomsday Apparatus, but there is a second treasure we might be able to get here. I don't... Actually, no, we shouldn't... I don't know if we should go for it. I mean, we could try. There is one more enemy that's behind it, or in front of it more like, and that's this cannon beetle here. But these guys are easier to kill than the armored ones, or the decorated ones, since they... Yeah, okay. So, oh shoot, nope, we're not gonna be able to do this. Crap. This day did not go as planned, but hey, at least I got to introduce you guys to the region, so I guess that's a start. It's a good start. But yeah, this has been day 18, and unfortunately, yeah, we didn't get to do everything I wanted to do today, but we got the treasure, so that's the most important thing, is that we got one. So we made some progress into the region. We also got to saw the entire area that shows the final regions. I mean, the final trial from the first Pikmin game. But yeah, that's my main goal for this year, is to complete all my main unfinished LPs, with the exception of my first two. That's the one thing I forgot to mention in that Facebook post, is that the exception to that is going to have to be my first two Let's Plays ever. Okay, and here's a glitch with the Gallon Groink, is that he's going to actually move a lot faster in these end-of-day sequences. Not always, but sometimes when he's in the end-of-day sequences, he actually moves a lot faster than he's supposed to. I don't know what triggers that, honestly. I think it's, I think you have to, like, kill him in the same day? I don't know how that works, actually. Because even when he's not there, after you've killed him, you know, in Falling Days, he's going to still be in the end-of-day sequence, but, eh. So yeah, on top of, Conker's Bad Fur Day, Super Mario Galaxy, and this game, I think those are the only main LPs I haven't finished yet, aside from the first two, which I'm just gonna have to redo entirely, and those were Smash Bros. Brawl: The Subspace Emissary and Paper Mario: Thousand Year Door. So those are not gonna be finished; those are just gonna be redone entirely in the future. But other than that, I plan to finish all my main LPs this year. And what is this? Apparently, we got spam in our mail this time. He says, "I am so lonely. I want a friend that'll listen to my troubles. I want to meet someone like you. Contact me at http://www.pikmin.com." I think I actually went to that website one time. I don't quite remember what happened, so I might check that website out again after this. After recording this, I'm pretty sure it's not actually spam, because it'd be pretty cruel if they were to put spam in a video game, no less. But I don't know. I have no idea. I'm definitely going to have to check that website out again, because I haven't checked this out since, I just remember being a little kid and actually seeing that message, and actually going to the website. And I still remember what was on there. So yeah, we got the first above ground treasure. We discovered the Cavern of Chaos. We'll probably go in there in the next episode, actually, which would be good. But first we'll have to explore more of the Whistle Wild if we can. Let's take a look at our Picklepedia, I guess. But yeah, right now it's looking like, yeah, finally we got the Gallon Groink on here. I don't know why we didn't after the Subterranean Complex, because I know we saw him in there. But other than that, the only thing we haven't encountered yet is the, oh yeah, and the Foxtail. That's the other thing we didn't have. That was the one last plant we didn't have yet, yeah. So other than that, all that's left is the 3 boss enemies that we will be encountering at the end of each dungeon. So get excited, because we got 3 new boss enemies to discover at the end of all 3 of these dungeons. I'm excited for sure to show you guys these bosses, because some of them are really fun to fight. Well, actually all 3 of them are, but to varying degrees, I guess. So, next time Pikmin 2, we will explore more of the Whistle Wild, hopefully see the other 2 dungeons. Well, at least, like, we're not going to go to them, but we're going to discover them, hopefully. And we will, indeed, go to the Cavern of Chaos. We might not we might not actually go, like, take on the Cavern of Chaos in the next episode, but we'll at least go there. You know, go to the first sub-level. So, that's going to be for today, y'all. See you guys next time on more Pikmin 2. And, give me some feedback again on my new headset, which is actually the same one I had a few years back. But, you know, those of you who have been around that long will know what LPs I did, you know, when I originally had this headset. So, see you guys later. Bye.